Harward took over the San Francisco game, scoring 13 points and grabbing 11 rebounds in just 19 minutes. That's like a typical pickup game for Jason. But for Richard, it was awesome, man. BYU came back in the second half. It was great. Yet the announcers still couldn't figure out Richard's last name, calling him Harwood. What does Richard think of this? Here's my conversation with Big Rich on the Deseret First Credit Union hotline. All right, Richard, in both games, they were calling you Harwood. Are you okay with that?
Okay, it's a hard word. And also, like, okay, I've heard this. Whoever's calling me Richie, don't call me Richie. Like, I've never gone by Richie in my life.
No Richie. No Little Richie. No. Okay, now
No
Big
Little
Rich?
That's like, Big Rich is what I've always gone by in basketball. But, like, yeah, my family never has called me Rich. Like, that's just a basketball thing.
Yeah, so Richard, very, very formal, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Richard. Yeah.
Okay, so 19 minutes played, but you go 13 points, 11 rebounds. I mean, that was incredible. What clicked for you against San Francisco Saturday?
Just a few things. Like, I put a little bit more focus into going for rebounds, and I felt like that kind of got me into a bit more of a groove, a bit more of a like pattern. St. Mary's was a lot more of a physical game, and it's just like I felt like I was focusing on the wrong things. But then going into San Francisco was like, hey, I'm just going to get boards, try to find an open man, try to get those energy plays, and that's kind of what flipped for me.
Get bored. I like that. But like a rebound, not disengage.
Yeah,
right?
Get the rebound, yeah.
Get bored. We need to make shirts. Yeah, we'll make shirts. Cool. Best locker room in America, get bored. I like it. I like it. You're known as an energy guy, but it felt like you were making plays, and then the bench was really reacting to you. Like Matt Harms was all the way down on the ground, which is a long way to go for him. But those guys were pumped. Felt like you fed off of each other.
Oh, for real. Like, that's one of the things I love about this team is how everyone kind of feeds off of each other in the locker room and like on the court. And it's just like, we don't have fans in the arena. So there's just a special feeling that, it's just like, hey, the only guys who can give you that energy that usually comes from fans is your teammates. And these guys really kind of stepped up. And like, after making those plays, and you can like, it's kind of a downer if you like get a nice play and it's just like silence. It's like, okay, well, that was fun. But like when you look over and you see your teammates like hyping you up, it's like, okay, fine, well, let's go.
Is it like AAU type? Because you didn't have a ton of fans in those games. You'd be traveling somewhere and maybe some parents would be there or whatnot. Is it sort of feel like that again?
Yeah, there's a really similar vibe to like AAU or just even like high school at times, just because no one's in there, just like cameras. And then it's great because you can hear the coaches and you can hear what like the calls are pretty easily, but it's just definitely the same kind of low-key vibe.
Okay, speaking of Orem, I had aunts and uncles go there. Obviously, there have been a lot of great Orem Tigers. Who's the greatest Orem Tiger basketball player?
Greatest Orem Tiger basketball player? Well, myself excluded. Man, I'm not sure. I think Dalton was one of the better ones to come out. Like, I love playing with him, and like Dalton Nixon was the one that like when I was coming up through, he was kind of like a couple years older than me.
Yeah.
So like I was able to play around him, so that's why I feel like he's one of the better ones to come out of Orem.
Yeah, he was pretty good. Last 5 games, you've elevated to about 10 a game and 6 rebounds. What has changed for you in the last 5?
I've talked about in the past. I kind of felt like I've finally hit my rhythm. I feel like I've been able to adjust a little bit. It was weird with the year and a half off and with all the COVID random stuff going on, but I felt like I've been able to really adjust and like hit my groove.
Over the weekend, you did something as a team that BYU didn't do last year, which is wild because everything was awesome last year, right? You won at St. Mary's in San Francisco. That didn't happen last year. So what does that say about this particular group?
This group, what I'll say is like we may not be as like we may not be as offensively talented or mesh that way offensively, but we are just a group of tough, hardworking guys. And coach always talks about we know how to deal with stress. We know how to deal with things going sideways, and we just keep fighting. And I know that no matter what happens, the guy next to me is not going to quit. He's going to keep fighting as well. And that really helps the energy on the floor, knowing he's like, hey, we're winning this. Even if we're down 8 with a few minutes left, like we're going to win.
How do you feel about how the season's gone so far? 11-3, and the 3 losses are like respectable, right? Obviously Gonzaga and Boise State and USC, 3 teams that until like Friday had only were like 35-3, so they were pretty good. How do you feel about it?
I actually feel really good about what our team has done this year. Like, obviously, we have a lot more to grow. We have a lot more development to do. But just watching our progression from just the summer to now and watching how much we've grown as a team, I'm so excited for what we're going to end up as towards the end of the season.
COVID's been awful in a lot of ways, but it feels like it's brought this team together in a unique way, kind of like it did for the football team. How has that manifested itself in terms of helping the team come together?
It's because of the frustration, and like I mentioned, you can actually hear your bench talking when you're on the floor. Before, when there's fans screaming, you can't really hear them that much, but being able to hear them when you're on the court, and then off the court, we've dealt with a lot of frustration. We had that 3-week period where we didn't have games, or games were getting delayed or pushed back, and everyone just kept kind of grinding through it and just working through that frustration, and we finally started to see a little bit of success.
And at 11-3, a lot of success, right? I assume you're one of the most, if not the most vocal on the bench when you're not on the court. So when you're on the court, who's the most vocal on the bench?
Oh, when we're on the bench, Matt Harms, definitely. I think Matt Harms or Gideon George is another one. I love that kid. I always hear him if I ever take a shot. I hear him yelling, "Best shooter." He's a stud.
There was a play against San Francisco where Alex Barcelo got fouled and kind of pushed a little bit out of bounds. He kind of ran deep into the bench. He came back. Mark kind of coaches him for a minute, and it's kind of serious. And then on TV, they cut to Gideon George, and he's just laughing. And I was like, yeah, this guy's always laughing. Like, he's always in a good mood, right?
Always in a good mood. Like, we always joke about it just because, with his accent, and he laughs so much that half the time you can't understand what he's saying when he's laughing. Just laughs so hard while he's talking.
And I love that because you have a dude from the Netherlands, you have a dude from Nigeria, you have junior college guys, Gideon and Spencer, and you have talented freshmen like Caleb Lohner. What's the glue here? How does this come together? Is it Mark Pope? Is it the staff? Is it the players? What is it?
I feel like Coach Pope has done a great job of getting everyone to buy into the same mentality that we're brothers, we're here to win together, and you've got to worry about the right things to win. And I feel like that's what Pope has done a great job of instilling in each of us, that idea of you could go and try to score 20, 30 points a game and lose, and then nobody cares. And you're mad at your teammates and you're having a terrible time, but hey, you're getting your 20 points a game. But everyone on this team kind of recognizes what's most important is winning and making a play for your teammate. And it's more special when you make that play for your teammate and then you guys win.
Yeah, it's certainly working, and we saw that last year and now into this year. In the Deep Blue that aired last week on you, you talked about growing up, you're a little chubbier when you were younger, and that you wanted to prove you were a D1 basketball player. You've done that, so what drives you now?
No, I keep driving that. I'm not done yet. It kind of sticks with you when you're kind of growing and developing, and you're a kid, and everyone's always telling you you're too fat, you're not going to do it, and there's always new heights I want to reach. I always want to prove them even more wrong, just get to the point that they can say hey, look at what I accomplished, and you told me that I was too fat to even make the team. There's so much more that I feel like I can do.
Listen, Jimmer Fredette, when he was 12, was pretty chubby, and he was like the halftime show when his brother TJ would come out. He'd come out and shoot threes at his brother's high school games. Listen, I'm not going to put anything past anybody. It's all good, right? It's all good. Okay, in your Deep Blue, you also talked about connecting with music to help you battle some anxiety and depression. In what way do you connect with music to help you?
It's a great way to feel. It's a great way to kind of feel emotions or change your emotions. If I'm feeling a little bit down, just listening to a little bit more of more energetic rock kind of gets you in that groovy mood. Or even just if you want to feel more emotional music, you have the blues, or you have a little bit more solemn music. So just being able to play it, and that's what I felt like I can connect with, where it's I can kind of play the music according to how I'm feeling, or I can listen to music according to how I'm feeling. It's just been a big part of my life, and it's been a big aspect of how I've been able to cope with that anxiety and depression. If I'm feeling super anxious, I just turn on a little bit more calming music, and it immediately changes my mood.
Yeah, amen to that. That's great advice. And you said play, so you play the guitar, I assume? We saw in Deep Blue a little bit?
Yeah, I play a little bit of guitar. My family had this rule where before we could learn to drive, we had to learn how to play 50 hymns on the piano.
Yep.
So I learned how to play piano. In like junior high, I was in a jazz band playing trumpet. Like I've just
Nice.
grown up around. Yeah.
That's awesome. I played trumpet in middle school. I didn't do it in high school, but yeah, that's awesome, dude.
Well,
So
hey, they always say trumpet players are the best kissers. So
hey, there you go. Trumpet, piano, guitar, any other instruments?
like I've messed around a little bit on drums, and like I don't know if you can count the ukulele, but it's just like I've kind of dabbled with other ones.
You seem like you'd be an awesome drummer. Like in a rock band, I could see you on drums. I could see that.
Let's go.
Yeah. Okay, you're finally gonna play a home game. It's been like a month since you played a home game, which is crazy. What's that gonna be like against Portland?
Hey, it's always fun coming home. Like we practice on these rims every single day. Like the Marriott Center is a special arena. It has so much history. So it's like it feels like you're coming home. So I'm just excited to play in the arena again.
Well, this is a fun conversation. You're a fun dude. Congratulations on the success, and we'll see you in a jam session soon.
I appreciate it.